The Hard Parables, Day 1, 80 Measures of Wheat. A man cheats his way into a softer landing, and the master commends him. The account books are spread across the table. The steward hasn't slept. By mid-morning, the master will know everything. Someone has already told him, the news slipping through the household like a cold draft under a door. He thinks through what he has left. He's too soft for hard labor. His hands trained for a pen and not a shovel. And if he starts begging, the shame will follow him from village to village. He has kept these books for years, and he's taken his own cut on every deal. Now that cut is the one thing that can save him. If he acts before the master's messenger arrives, he calls in the first man who owes money. 100 jugs of oil, change it to 50. The man looks up, then signs fast and leaves. Wheat is next, 100 sacks, change it to 80. The pen scratches. The debtor's eyes meet the steward's, and they both understand something without saying it. The steward won't be eating alone next month. He won't be eating alone for years. When the master arrives, the books are clean. The debts are smaller. The steward has nothing left but his own cleverness. And the master slowly starts to laugh. Here's what the steward knows that no one in the house has said out loud. Every debt in this room is padded. Part of it is the master's interest, which the law of Moses forbids between fellow Israelites, and which the master has been charging anyway for 40 years. Part of it is the steward's own commission, taken quietly off the top. Under all of that is what the debtor really owes, before the rich men of Galilee learned to dress up loan sharking as a favor. So the 100 jugs of oil aren't really 100 jugs of oil. The number is a pile of hidden charges. When the steward writes 50, he's erasing his own cut. When he writes 80, he's wiping out the master's illegal interest. This isn't stealing. It's closer to obeying a law the master himself has broken for decades. The debtor walks home owing a number he can actually pay, and the master can't argue with the new figure without admitting what the old one really was. That's why the master laughs. He isn't blessing a con. He sees, with the sharp respect of a man who has been clever about money his whole life, that someone has finally outsmarted him. The steward read the book straight. He saw what money was for. He used a crooked system against itself in the 1 hour he had left, and while doing it, he made friends. Friends who, now that their debts are real and payable, will remember him. Listen to these words from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 16, verses 8 and 9. And his master commended the dishonest manager because he had acted shrewdly, for the children of this age are more shrewd in dealing with their own generation than are the children of light. And I tell you, make friends for yourselves by means of dishonest wealth, so that when it is gone, they may welcome you into the eternal homes. Across the table, a debtor watches the steward cut his bill by a fifth and has no idea what just happened. Nobody yet knows if the master will let the new number stand. The debtor knows only that the tired man with the quick hands has done something for him, and he can't ask why. The polite readings of this story try to soften it. They say he was only giving back his own cut, or that the master secretly stands for God in some elaborate code, or that the story is really about being generous. Mostly these are attempts to make the parable less embarrassing, and the text won't allow them. A cheat saves himself by cheating smarter, and the story ends with a line that says, "Be like him." A few readers over the years have taken that line seriously. The kingdom is coming, and the books are open now. The money you handle was never really yours, and the time to be clever with it isn't later. Use what was crooked to make a friend who will outlast the money. Anyone who shows up at the eternal city with nothing but a list of names, debts forgiven and burdens lifted, will be welcomed in. It's an unsettling kind of permission, and it's also a real one. There's no neat way to add up the love we owe. There's only what we do in the hour when the messenger is already on the road. God of the parables, I would rather not preach. I don't know what to do with this story. I've been careful with what wasn't mine, and polite with a system that owes too many people too much. Make me less worried about my reputation and more interested in the names I could write down. Help me forgive a debt today, and help me see before the messenger comes what money was for. Amen.